Should you buy a single family home or should you buy a condo, right? So I'm going to be giving you guys the pros and the cons of the two different real estate purchases. And I'm going to be talking about this from firsthand experience as I am currently in the process of considering going and making my first purchase in real estate. And I'm going to be talking about this from a few different perspectives. So if you guys like this video, make sure to hit that like button. It really does help out with the YouTube algorithm. And also consider subscribing to the channel if you're interested on more information on how to trade in the stock market, invest in the stock market, and also just personal finance, as I am an individual who not only engages in the stock market but tries to engage in different financial avenues. So with that being said, let's go ahead and check out my blackboard. Okay, so first off, the first thing we have to take note of is that we cannot judge the handwriting on the board, and that is because I had to write this in a very awkward position, right? Because I had to set up the camera. So that's the first thing. But in all seriousness, let's go ahead and break down the pros for a condo and a single family home, right? And we're going to start off with the condo first. Now, the condo is less money. Condos are generally cheaper than buying a single family home. On top of that, they're no maintenance or low maintenance because you don't have to worry about cutting grass or really doing any of the roofing, right? Because that's all taking, there's a whole building, there's a management that takes care of that, right? You don't have to worry about that. Now, thirdly, we have to talk about location. Condos are generally in nicer locations located downtown. So if you have, your job downtown or whatever you do, it's just easier to navigate. Everything's downtown. Or maybe you don't even work, right? Maybe you're a day trader and you just want to live downtown and have a nice view. The condo's going to have that location, right? And then lastly, the amenities, right? Now, this is a big factor with condos. They have nice amenities. Typically, they're going to have maybe rooftop pools. Maybe they're going to have state-of-the-art gym laboratories, right? Maybe they might have an even movie theater inside, right, for the residents, right? They just generally offer great amenities, right? So those are the pros for a condo. Now, for a single-family home, the pros are slightly different. So first, you get to own land, right? So it's your own. You get to own land, right? Because in the condo, you just have your unit. You own no land. So that's the thing with a single-family home. You own land. And then the second, benefit is that there's room to grow. Meaning, when you purchase a single-family home, and let's say you're single at the time when you purchase a home, or maybe you're just a couple, right? In a few years, if you want to grow your family, maybe you want to have some kids. Kids are looking kind of 35-ish. But, if there's opportunity to grow because guess what? You could maybe knock down a wall and, build another room, right? So that's something that you won't get with a condo, right? You're not going to be able to do that. You might have to get a bigger unit versus a house you could just extend to the property, right? Now, the third pro benefit of buying a single family home is really the idea that it's easier to rent and sell, right? And that's just because in reality there's just a lot more scarcity as far as purchasing a single family home versus a condo. A condo is going to have a ton of inventory. They're going to have multiple condos downtown. They're going to have multiple units. And then on top of that, it's less desirable in the sense that, a condo is really made for individuals who are single, right? Or small families. You're not going to have people with, 2 to 3 kids living in a condo, right? So a majority of America, they're looking to purchase something that is a house where, they have, again, room to grow. So that's why it's going to be easier to rent or sell your property when you have a single family home. Now, the last thing as far as the pro for buying a single family home is really the self-expression, right? Because with a condo, you're going to be limited for a lot of things, right? And like, for example, in a condo, let's say you wanted to be really patriotic about America. For some reason, you just wanted to put a giant flag in front of your door. The condo association is most likely not going to allow that, right? They don't even allow you to put like little Christmas decorations a majority of the time, right? So you can't really self-express yourself versus a home. If you want to build like a 20-foot flagpole, right? I don't even know if that's a long, big flagpole, but whatever. If you want to build a flagpole and put a flag in front of your home, that's perfectly fine. You could do whatever you like. versus in the condo, you're kind of limited to that. So I cannot talk about the pros without mentioning the cons. Now the cons are gonna kind of just be very vice versa, right? But I'm gonna kind of just cross them out for you guys, right? So here's the thing, right? Now the con of a home is that, of course, it's gonna cost more money, right? Because a majority of the time it's just gonna cost more money because of the fact that, look, you're owning land, right? There's room to grow, and it's just more in demand. So it's just gonna cost more. So that's why with condos it's gonna cost less. With houses it's gonna cost more. So that's really the con for the house. Now again, for the house, there's gonna be more maintenance, right? Because with a condo you don't have to cut grass, you don't have to worry about the piping of the place or the roof. With a house, those are all issues that you're gonna have to deal with. So again, that's just a con for a single family home, right? Now, location, it really varies, right? A majority of times homes are not going to be located downtown, although there are homes that are pretty much located maybe a few minutes from downtown. So I can't entirely cross off location as far as a con for single family homes, but a majority of times they're not going to be in a nice location. They might be a little further out. It might take a little more of a commute to wherever you're trying to go to, right? And then lastly, the last con for homes, single family homes, is the amenities. Most homes, you're not gonna have a state of the art gym, laboratory, or some pool that's like on a rooftop looking amazing. But of course that is kind of it really varies, because there are some homes where you're gonna have your own pool in the backyard, right? Or you might have your own pool in the backyard and it's a gated community and there's a pool in the front of the community, right? Or you might have your own gym. So again, amenities kind of it varies, right? Now as far as the cons, right, for condos, right, you're not going to be able to own your land. As we said, we're just not going to be able to do that. No room to grow, right? If you have a one bedroom single unit condo, you can't knock down your neighbor's wall to expand. You just can't grow. It's going to be more difficult to sell and more difficult to rent. Now this is really the big part for condos, right? Because if you're looking at it as an investment, a majority of times condos will not allow you to even rent out your unit to another tenant or another individual. And the reason being is that they don't want too many people to they don't want to have a bigger ratio of renters than owners, right? Because if they wanted to just have as many renters, they could have just became in an apartment complex, right? They try to limit the ratio for renters to owners, and that ratio could vary. Sometimes it's 50-50. As long as there's 50% of owners, they'll let you rent out. Sometimes it's 80-20. Sometimes they just straight up don't even allow you to rent out that unit, because the thing is, when you have renters, they're not going to take care of or be the best tenants versus an owner, right? When an owner, you're going to be kind of more cautious about your neighbors. You're not going to be loud. When you rent out to tenants, they're kind of just, you have different people coming in and out of the condo. It's just, going to kind of bring down the value of the condo. So they just don't want a lot of renters. So that's a problem with condos. You can't really rent it out. And then selling it is going to be more difficult because of the fact that it's less desirable. There's less people looking to buy condos than there are people looking to buy single family homes. And, there's just a multitude of different reasons. But again, you might have some snowbirds, especially if you have a condo in the South, like in Florida or something, where individuals like in Boston or New York, they just want to have a second vacation home because, again, they want to have a second home that they don't have to, have maintenance of or take care of when they're not there. But again, less demand. And then lastly, the last con for condos is just the fact that there's no self-expression. Again, when I was looking into purchasing a condo, I was thinking of, just even adding a wreath on the front of the door, right, to celebrate the holidays. And, the lady told me, hey, there's nothing to be on that door. We have to make each door look as symmetrical as to the other door. You can't self-express yourself at all. You can't even have a rug on the front of your door, like a little entry mat. You know how sometimes people try to have like little comedic entry mats or something like that? That is not even allowed at the front entrance of the door. Now, you could have that on the interior, but on the exterior side of the door, to the entrance to your condo. You can't even have that. So really, those are just the pros and the cons to purchasing a condo versus a single family home. Now, so far what I mentioned has really just been the general baseline or just basics between, you know, buying a condo and a house. There's still some more intricate details that I could go into. For example, with a condo, because it has no maintenance, you're gonna pay a high HOA, right? To kind of just take care of the building. So if there's any repairs that need to be done, you know, you don't have to pay for that out of pocket. The homeowners association is gonna take care of that for you. But, you know, there's a premium with that where you're going to pay a monthly HOA versus with a house, you're not going to really have an HOA unless you live in a gated community, but it still might not even be as high as a condo. So, I mean, there's so many different angles that you could look at it, but at the end of the day, you have to look at it for what you are trying to do, right? If you're looking at it as an investment opportunity, then, you know, condos, they may work, but they're not necessarily the greatest investment. And it's just, you know, really a personal choice. Now, if you're looking for something that, you know, you just want to be for by yourself and you just, you know, you're a single individual, you want to be in the city, you know, and you want to experience that lifestyle, then by all means, go ahead and get a condo, or you might even be considering renting, right? I'm just an individual who, you know, right now I'm currently tired of paying rent, right? And I kind of want to get into real estate and purchase my first property and then live there for a year, then rent that property out and then purchase another property and then continue building my real estate portfolio. And with that being said, it's going to be a lot more challenging with condos. So right now, at the moment, a condo isn't really in my picture. But who knows, you know, everything could change. But hopefully, you know, this information helps you with making your decision and whether or not you should purchase a condo or a home. But with that being said, make sure to leave a comment down in the comment section below. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And also check out the links in the description below, because one of the links is actually going to be a link to Webull, where if you sign up with my code and deposit $100, you're going to be eligible to receive one free stock valued up to $1,600. So basically, when I first signed up for Webull, the first free stock that I got was a share of Google, and it was valued at the time of $1,200. And I even made a whole video talking about me getting that free share of Google. You guys could check it out. But yeah, you know, why not sign up for Webull? It's a great platform to trade and invest. It has a lot of great tools. I recommend it for a lot of beginners. And, you know, if you deposit $100 when you open your new account, you get a free stock, right? And it could be valued up to $1,600. So why not do that? But anyways, with that being said, guys, hope you're having a beautiful day. Again, my name is Justin from Push and Profit. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video.